Additional faculty again with the data design series, and today we shall be visualizing location-based data with CorelDraw and my 38 Nigerian states map add-on, which comes in multi-formats, namely Photoshop CSH, which is the custom shape format for Adobe Photoshop, CorelDraw, EMF, Enhanced Meta File format for PowerPoint, SVG, Scalable Vector Graphics for web, mobile, interaction design, UI, UX, Adobe Illustrator for print design and motion graphics also. The EPS, Encapsulated PostScript, PNG, Portable Network Graphic. Also available are other packs for other countries and continents of the world. Kindly find purchase links in the description below. If you prefer to complete this tutorial with Adobe Photoshop instead, there is a link to the Photoshop version of this tutorial also in the description below. Now, without further ado, let the ride begin. On screen is what we will be replicating here in CorelDraw. This visual was generated during the Photoshop version of this tutorial. We will be using the COVID-19 data available on the covid19.ncdc.gov.ng website, along with the CorelDraw map shapes available in my 38 custom map shape add-on for the Nigerian states. The first step we want to take is to prepare our canvas. Okay, so just so you understand how I got here, you go to File, you open CorelDraw, obviously. Then you go to File and New. Then you select the A4 file size or A4 page size, if you will. Then to import this visual, you go to File, Import. You navigate to where the file is, then you import the reference JPEG file to carry out this tutorial. Feel free to use any version of CorelDraw from Corel 8 upwards. I'm using Corel 22, version 22, yeah. So any version of CorelDraw should work out. The map add-ons were made using an older version of Corel 8, so any newer version from Corel 10, 11, 12 upwards should be fine for the purpose of this tutorial. So the first thing I want to do, I have my reference visual here, just so that I can do my color coding, pick colors as needed. The first thing I want to do is double click. You go to the rectangle tool and double click. That creates a rectangle with the exact size of the page. So I have that. Now to add a color to it, I want to make the first background gray. I'll go to the color eyedropper tool, click, put it over the gray area of the JPEG image, click, go back to the rectangle that we've just created on our page and click. And voila, there you go. I don't want this outline on the edge, so I'll go to the outline tool and say none. There you have it. So the next thing I want to do is duplicate this rectangle. It's duplicated. I'll go back to the color eyedropper tool again. This time around, I'll place it over the green area of the JPEG file. Click. There you have it. I place it over. I could say if I press P, select the rectangle and press P, place it on the page automatically. I want to reduce that a little bit to make space for the header. So I have one more rectangle to draw. One more rectangle to draw. So I'll just duplicate this again. Reduce the height a bit. Once more, I go back to the color eyedropper tool. This time around the footer. Click. There you have it. We'll be using the eyedropper tool a lot in the course of this tutorial. So the next thing I want to do now is select the text tool and write out my header. So it says COVID-19 confirmed cases by Nigerian states. Okay, so this time I'll select this font. Do not worry, the fonts used in the course of this tutorial will be available in the template download. So don't worry, all of the assets available within this file will be made available in the download. The link to the download is in the description below this video. Thank you. So I'll be selecting the same font you'll have access to in your download, and that is Beba Sky. I want to increase that a little bit. Sorry, student cases. Okay, so there's a little adjustment I would like to make to the text. So if you look at the right hand side of the screen, you see different settings for the text. I want to adjust the line spacing. Currently at 100%. Reduce that. And that should be okay. Let's make it 70. So I want to reduce this a little bit. The next thing I want to do is, okay, let's just make this say 75%. Okay, so I'll just take my color eyedropper tool and carefully select the color of the text and replicate on the text. Yeah, good. Notice that every color I interact with is added here to the list of available colors that I can quickly use and reuse. So for instance, if I were to draw a square and I add a color red, it's automatically added here to the list of swatches available for use. So I'll just delete that. So I might just want to make this a darker shade of green. Yeah. Then I select Nigerian states and make that green. Okay, there we have it. Now the next thing we want to do is bring in this map. So I go to File, Import, I navigate to where the map shape add-ons are. So if you happen to make a purchase of the Nigerian State Maps add-on, in the folder that you received from the download, you find 7 different folders representing the seven different file formats available. CSH for Photoshop comes in 2 formats: the outline version of the maps and the solid version of the map. For this tutorial, we'll be focusing on the CorelDraw folder. So as you can see, all of the states have been labeled, so you know exactly what file to import. So in this case, I'm importing the Nigerian map. Nigerian map. Okay, we can pick that from the. Okay, let's just pick that from the PNG version. So I have the Nigerian map here. What I want to quickly do is trace it out and make it vector based. Go to Trace Bitmap, Detailed Logo. Okay. There you have it, the vector version. Like I said earlier on, this will be available in the download archive. Link to the download is in the description below. So I take my color eyedropper tool again, click, click. There you have it. Okay, the next thing we want to do, we'll be focused for the purpose of this tutorial. We will be focusing on 7 states: Lagos, Abuja, Kaduna, Plateau, Oyo, Rivers, Edo. So what we want to do is create our visualization components, visualization shapes. So I hold down Shift. Okay, no, sorry. I hold down Control to make my circle even and precise. Still outlined. Select white. Remove outline. Then we duplicate. Control D. Duplicates 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Select all. Then I reduce. Oh, sorry. Drag over all. Then I reduce. With all of the circles selected, if I press the L key, which means left, if I press the L key, it aligns to the left. If I press R, it aligns to the right. So, but in this case, I want to align to the left, so I press the L key. So drag to the edge. And there we have it. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is let's draw our maps over each circle. So the first on the list is Lagos. Go to import. I'll go back to the CorelDraw folder, select Lagos, import. There you have it as the Lagos map. I'll just zoom in a little bit to make things clear. Yeah. So we have the Lagos map. Second on the list is Abuja. Go to import Abuja. Third is Kaduna. Kaduna. Import. Fourth is Plateau. Sorry. Plateau. Fifth is Oyo. Oyo. It's Oyo. Oyo. Sixth is Rivers. Import R Rivers. Rivers. Seventh is Edo. E for Edo. Edo. So now we want to color them accordingly. Go back to the color eyedropper tool. Boom. Then we have our color, map color added to the swatches below. Then we just apply to the other states. Okay, so zoom out a bit. Okay, the next thing we want to do is draw our visualization components, the rectangle bar to show the number to indicate or visualize the number of cases confirmed and cases discharged for each state. Okay, so draw two bars, duplicate, select, align left. Now go back to a color eyedropper tool, first color code, which is for cases. Oops. Okay, so that has been added, so we just select that from there. The second color. Okay, no, we don't want that. So that's been added also to the swatches below. Do we want to leave the outline on this? Let's not leave it. Select remove outline. Okay. Make some allowance for the numbers. Okay. And you know what? Let's make this white first. Yes. Then we duplicate the first one. Make it a shade of red. We'll drag, just so that we can create an indicator, we'll drag over the first one, then power click inside. To edit what is inside. You right click and go to edit power clip. That way you can adjust what is inside the triangle and drag forward, backward to indicate an increase or decrease in the number of confirmed cases. Another way is to select the rectangle and click the select content. It might be different. This tab might be different depending on the version of CorelDraw you're using. So if you select the select content icon, it allows you to adjust what is the component inside, the rectangle inside, or the content you have inside. So we duplicate this also, make it a light shade of green. We click and hold down the right key on your mouse and drag over, then power clip inside, select content and make sure that it's fully in. Okay, so this is for Lagos. Let's go to the NCDC website. Lagos being the highest. Now we're focusing on two columns here: the number of cases confirmed, lab confirmed, which is the second column, and the number of discharged cases, which is the fourth column. Now, Lagos being the highest on both columns, will be starting from the top to the bottom, from the highest to the lowest. So Lagos is 34,875. I want to copy that. Come back here, paste. We're using the same font all through Beaver Sky. We'll make the font say 12, or let's make it 16. We'll duplicate that. We'll make it the same color as it's the box it represents. So that's cases confirmed. The second is cases discharged. That's 28,303. 28,303 for cases discharged. So we also would want to type out the labels so that it's clear. Cases confirmed. The cases discharged. Okay. Then we want to add the name of the state above here. Lagos. Then make it white. Select. We want it to be on the same top alignment. The case is confirmed. Yeah. So now we have our visualization component set. I'm just going to select all of this, duplicate, drag the duplicate down to each, and I can duplicate the others. 4, 5, 6, 7. And there we have it. So I will edit the labels first. This is Abuja. This is Kaduna. Plateau. Oyo. Rivers. Edo. Okay, so now let's fill in the right data for each state, and we can align afterwards. So for Abuja, we go back to the NCDC site. Abuja, FCT is Abuja. FCT stands for the Federal Capital Territory, which is Abuja. Number of cases lab confirmed 13,224. 13,224. Number of discharged cases 7,754. 7,754. Around that, right? Kaduna 5,752. Kaduna 5,752. 5,275 for discharged cases. I want to make sure that is aligned with thousands, numbers in the thousands range. Plateau is 5,549. 5,549. 5,050 for discharged cases. Select that align with numbers in the thousands range, right? Oyo is 4248 for number of confirmed cases. Discharge cases 3435. Align accordingly to the right. Number of confirmed cases for Rivers is 3,818, and number of discharge cases is 3,313. Align, select with the one on the top. Press R on your keypad to align to the right with numbers in the thousands range. Edo finally is 3,029 for number of confirmed cases and 2,732 for number of discharged cases. Okay, align right, yes. Okay, now we have all the numbers inserted. What we need to do is adjust the progress bar accordingly. We start with Abuja, select content. So Abuja is 13,224, which is lesser than half of Lagos, which is 34,875, less than half. Half will be about this. It's about 4,000 lesser than half for the discharged cases. For the confirmed cases. For discharged cases, select content. 7,754 is lesser than 13,224. 7,754 were compared to the cases discharged in Lagos is like quarter. It's quarter of 14,000, which is half of that of Lagos. So if this is half, this will be cases discharged for Abuja. The idea behind this is not to be 100% accurate, but to just give an idea of the variation, of cases discharged and confirmed amongst the states. So we'll move to Kaduna. Kaduna's confirmed cases 5752. Select the content. 5752. 5752 is lesser than half of that of Abuja. So it's about approximately, let's say, a little bit more, a little lesser than half of Abuja. That's for Kaduna's confirmed cases. Kaduna's discharge cases is 5,275. 5,275. 5,275 must be lesser than that of Abuja. So we have to make sure that the variation shows and it's clear. Plateau 5,549 for the confirmed cases. 5,549 for the confirmed cases. 5,549, a little lesser than Kaduna. It has to show that it's lesser than Kaduna. So 5,549. Discharge cases for Plateau 5,050, a little lesser than Kaduna also. So Oyo 4,248 4248, 1000 plus lesser than plat 2, about 1300 thereabout, lesser than plat 2. Discharge cases 2000 plus lesser than plat 2 also. Then we move to rivers. Rivers cases confirmed 3818, 1000 plus, okay, less than 1000, lower than Oyo. Then the discharged cases, it's a little lesser than Oyo also. Edo, finally, 3029, about 700 plus, lesser than Rivers for the cases confirmed. Then for those cases discharged, it's about 1000 plus. Okay, let's say about 500 or 400 plus, lesser than Rivers. There you have it. You have the visualization done. Now the next thing we want to do is to align everything properly. So we group each visualization, each visualized component. So select the visualization for each stage and you hit Ctrl G on your keyboard. Ctrl G on your keyboard, Ctrl G, Ctrl G, Ctrl G. The idea is so that each stands as a component on its own. So the next thing I want to do is drag across all of the components and hit L on my keyboard to align left. And I want to adjust. You just basically adjust to make sure that everything is sitting properly and well aligned to the corresponding shape of the stage that the visualization belongs to. I want to adjust it a little bit more. There we have it. The last thing we want to do, make sure you're saving as you work. The last thing you want to do, okay, I want to add a bit of outline. This is a white outline on the footer, so say maybe add an airline. To change the color of the outline, I could just go to any of the swatches here, or any of the swatches here, put my cursor over it, then right click, and there you have it. It changes the color of the outline. So the last thing I want to do is to design my legend. My legend being the details on the footer that further emphasizes what to look out for, what detail. So this indicates that if you want to spot the number of cases confirmed, you look at the shade of red bar, the red section of the visualization. And if you want to spot the number of discharged cases, you look at the green bar for each state. So I'm going to draw 2 boxes. Then I can select and Ctrl D. Ctrl D. So select that, hit the red, select this, hit the light green. You want to remove the outline, you can keep the outline if you want. None, I don't want outlines. Select both, shift them up a little bit. Now the next thing I want to do is label them. So I'll go to my text tool again, click, then type number of cases lab discharged. So go to Bevel Sky, can make the font size say 14. I duplicate the text. Let's say number discharged. Okay, so make both texts white. Select the box and the text. Let's separate them. Not too wide apart though. I want to group both of them. Select them and select the footer bar 8C to make sure it's centralized. So there you have it. The visualization is done. Do not forget to hit the subscription button or the subscribe button so you can get updates on more tutorials around design, visualization with your preferred software. It could be Adobe Photoshop, Inkscape, CorelDraw, Adobe InDesign, as many as possible. Hit the link below to purchase my add-on if you're interested, for all of the maps for continents of the world, for countries in Asia, countries in Africa. It's a complete solution. Hit the link below. The link to each pack is available in the description below. Hit the link below and make a purchase. Hit the subscribe button for updates on upcoming tutorials, so that once a new tutorial drops, you'll be the first person to be alerted. Thank you, and keep your fingers crossed for more to come. Bye for now.